Is it my favorite? Fucking absolutely. I got really excited because I was like, finally, I might actually go see another Fast and Furious movie again. And I still say that all the time.
What's up, crew? Welcome to another episode of Prjct.POD, a podcast about cars, because what else is there to talk about? This episode's a little bit different. We're not virtual. We are in the same space. We're on our way to the big time movie event where they're showing Too Fast, Too Furious and having a meetup at the Petersen Automotive Museum. This was super exciting for so many different reasons, and I'm not going to focus on that, focus on this episode. Justin and I dive into a very relevant topic, and we actually didn't have a topic until we started driving, and I came up with the idea. First, I'll ask, what was the best Fast and Furious movie? Before you watch the rest of this video, in the comments below, which one do you think was the best? And then we found a segue into talking about how they're going to bring back Paul Walker. This is obviously something that you can go really, really deep into the weeds on how they can do it CGI with his brother. But we really wanted to discuss, like, what is the driving factor that will bring back Brian O'Connor in the movie? Because he's been so distant throughout the franchise. And then towards the end, we kind of come up with a absolutely ridiculous idea for a, I guess, spin-off short or end credit scene where Dom and Brian are in a nursing home. So if you want to see what we're talking about there, stay tuned to the end and enjoy the episode. Podcast in the car. We're on our way to the big time movie event, which is going to be super freaking awesome for many different reasons. Small amount more information about what we're hopefully I'm going to be doing. We're going to walk around and ask some fun, maybe some serious questions, some fun, ridiculous questions. Are we sponsored by Starbucks?
Yes, label out. Label out.
That's the wrong way. You got to label back.
Label.
We're not sponsored by them.
Label out.
For the topic of today's Prjct.POD, episode 14. First of all, we're going to see Too Fast and Furious tonight. In my opinion, and I'm pretty sure you share this opinion, Too Fast and Furious is the best of all of the Fast and Furiouses.
Ooh.
Agree or disagree?
Is it the best? I disagree that it's the best. Is it my favorite? Fucking absolutely.
How is it not? This makes no sense to me.
Absolutely, it's my favorite movie of the series, just because of how ridiculous it is from a car movie to begin with, but it really is the only one out of all of them that has like the most over the top, like, underground illegal street racing entrance scene of all time.
Yes.
By far.
Yes.
So.
And it felt like the best street racing movie. Like, Fast and Furious definitely had the elements. There wasn't enough, the first one, wasn't enough race wars, in my opinion. Like, yeah. They barely featured it. They had two drag races, but everything else sort of just seemed like it was more about, I guess they had the opening race between Dom and Brian O'Connor.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to see more, and I think there was definitely more in Too Fast, Too Furious, and then the rest of them were so focused on the heists that it didn't go the way you would want it to go. And then obviously Tokyo Drift is kind of its own masterpiece, in my opinion. That it kind of falls out of the storyline.
I was gonna say, like, I was surprised that you think Too Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I love drifting.
Tokyo Drift was like your shit. Like, that was the one you raved about. Even when we were younger, like, we went and watched that movie together, and then when we got out, we were trying to, like, drift in your shitty Lancer LS afterwards that had a fat ass wing on the rear.
Yeah, this is true.
Like, I thought Tokyo Drift would have been for you.
No, I think personally, I love Fast and Furious, like, similar to your answer, but to me, that one, Tokyo Drift's not the best one because it wasn't a part of this, like we've talked about before, like, where the f*** is Leon? Where's some of the other characters who haven't shown back up? Where's the original family? Like, Tokyo Drift, they made Han a part of the original family by proxy, because they had to bring back the universe. But anyways, as a segue, Fast and Furious is heading towards its final release, I think, right? and Vin Diesel came on stage. Big Vin Diesel. He's got to get into shape for this last iteration. And he says that they're bringing it back to LA. Number one, that's awesome. And they're bringing back Brian O'Connor.
Yeah.
So this was literally what you said in a podcast. Is like, I'm not going to like any other release unless they bring back Brian O'Connor. What? First of all, how are they going to do this?
I think they're going to do it like they finished, I think it was the 7th one,
yeah.
Where they're going to have his brothers play him, and then they're just going to, like, CGI his face on top of their bodies, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm really interested, like, when I heard that statement or that release, that press release, I got really excited because I was like, finally, I might actually go see another Fast and Furious movie again, finally. Like, it's been, I don't know, 8 years since I've seen a new one, because I just don't like the direction. And it, like I said in other podcasts, like, without Brian, it's not really Fast and Furious to me. Like, it's Vin and him together, Dom and Brian together. That's what made Fast and Furious. That's why, like, the second one, Too Fast, Too Furious for me, while it is my favorite because of how ridiculous it is and, like, some of the shit that they say in there, like, I ain't going back to Barstow, or I'll take my Coda back. Like, that kind of shit, yeah, that kind of shit was hilarious to me. And, like, the amount of times Brian used "cuh" in that, like, used "cuh," we ain't hungry no more.
Don't worry about it, cuh.
Yeah, like, that was pretty funny to me. But as far as, like, the actual, like, the best movies, to me, I think the 5th one is the best.
Oh yeah, you said that before.
Like, that one had a lot of the elements, maybe not so much the street racing, but, like, as far as, like, what they try to portray with, like, everyone coming together, family oriented, big ass heist that, like, was impossible to do, the end all be all, like, money grab, dope ass fucking cars, like, it had everything.
Yeah.
I didn't like that The Rock was in it. That's
he kind of wrecked it.
Yeah, that's probably a notch down.
That wasn't the worst involvement of him, though.
No, it wasn't.
I'd say that was at least still good Rock use.
That was before it was just putting the Rock in a movie just because
it
was The Rock. Yeah.
All right, so the how is obviously, like, the actual how is CGI, just like they did when they sent him off. But the how in the storyline now, how do you think they're going to try to pull it off? Because he has been like a part of it before, right? Like you said, up to number 5, and when they sent him off. But then technically he went away because of his family.
Yeah.
How do they bring him back?
I don't know how they're going to necessarily do that. I would suspect that it would have to be a circumstance that Dom or great, no space on the memory card slot one.
Damn it. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Damn it. Well, hold on. Technical difficulties. We got cut off. Do you remember where your train of thought was?
Absolutely fucking not.
We're talking about the way that they bring Brian back, and you're like, I don't know.
The difficulty. So,
because he's been gone for so long.
Yeah, he's been gone for so long. But I know they did a lot of callbacks to him throughout the movie. So, like, I think one of the ending scenes was like you saw the skyline in the driveway at the house in San Pedro, or like the minivan scene. I think there was like a minivan scene where he was like in a minivan, had the kids or whatever. So I think there's like a couple callbacks to him, and the only way they're gonna get him to come out of that is that there has to be some sort of like major crisis level event that Dom is in, that he's like either captured or like about to die, and Brian needs to go in as like a expert or surgical type driver.
But I guess that begs the question. They're bringing him back, but do you think they're going to go full scale CGI his brother, and have him be a major part of the movie,
I don't,
like from start to end,
I don't
or
think so. I don't
is it
think
going to be like
that.
just like the send-off scene where it was as much as you can get to feel good?
Yeah.
Like he's going to call him in, and you're going to get like a quick little FaceTime.
It could be. I mean, I probably. I don't know. I honestly don't know because like, what they've done. I mean, they literally sent a car into space at this point. So like, it could be fucking anything.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they don't make it that level. I hope they truly do bring it back down.
Yeah, I want him to be. One, I want the franchise to get grounded again. Like, stop doing like the most ridiculous shit for no reason. But I do want him to be a big part of that movie. That would just make it awesome. I know it's going to be hard because obviously Paul Walker, rest in peace, brother, gone. So it's hard to, it's
like
difficult to do that.
The way he talks, the way he acts, the way he is. Obviously, if his brother is a capable actor and being his brother, he probably has some of his mannerisms in the way he sort of goes about life. But
but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, it's just like if your brother was to try to be you in one of our videos, it would be completely different because you are different people.
Yeah, exactly. So I know it's going to be different. I'm trying not to get my hopes too high for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think so. What do you think? I
personally think it's going to be, like you said, crisis level. Oh, the only person that can help us with this is Brian. Like, it'll probably be some sort of connection to the first movie of like somebody they interacted with then. Honestly, I think we all hope that Leon comes back and he's the super villain.
100%. Where the f*** is Leon, dude?
Either he's going to be the villain or he's going to literally be at the sandwich shop and he's going to be the one like, where the f*** did Dom go? Oh shit, we got to call Brian because Brian's the only person who'll know.
I swear, like the amount of memes that will come out of like if Leon is back in this movie too, like the Titanic scene. It's been 83 years. That's what they're gonna make this meme for Leon. Yeah. If he does come back, I hope they do get Leon back. I hope the actor kind of like agrees to, because that's what it was. The actor didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
But I hope he kind of like, okay, this is the last send-off. Like, I'll make the cameo so I don't get pulled into any other movies or whatever.
Look at the fins on this Charger.
Dude, that's some
this thing is like
80s shit right
Knight
there.
Rider. I wish I could throw my camera out the window and just show this. This is
with
got some like, takeover scratches on it too.
Police.
I thought it was undercover for a second. No, so I think it'll be a small window where we see Brian O'Connor. It'll be just enough to maybe make everyone feel good that they brought his original character back. I don't think, unless they have, they do have fat budgets, so they could go full bore and figure out a way to, and honestly with AI, like maybe that's why they feel comfortable doing this. Maybe they're going to use a little bit of AI and pull in some of his voice, pull in the way he moves and use AI to redevelop him, and then use his brother as the place in so that it's easier to put, I'm going to wait till that goes away, easier to put Paul Walker back onto his brother. Yeah. Because obviously when they first did it's technically called a deep fake, it was well done enough, but it was like clear. It's like, wow, that's a floating face right there.
I thought it was really good because they kind of put like the you're talking about the end scene where he's in like the white Supra. Yeah. They kind of put like a glow on it too, so it like was almost like angelic that he was leaving, kind of to symbolize like Paul Walker's death. Yeah. So you didn't really notice like the CGI as much. Yeah. But no, definitely. I think, and maybe that's part of this topic too. We kind of veered away from that. What our topic was, which was the favorite. But like, what was the
This was the topic. I just wanted to kick it off with a different narrative.
But more so, like, what's the most knee-jerk, like, got you in the feels moment from Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious. It was that. I was literally about to say I absolutely cried when they sent him off because he had already passed away. Obviously, they finished the movie. To still use his likeness and have this moment of like closure, we thought it was a tough moment for me, And then, I don't know, the rest of the movies, I honestly don't think there was a, like, hit you in the feels. Is there a different one for you?
No, I'm sure, and everyone's gonna be like, that's the only f***ing moment, which it pretty much is. I don't know, like the Jesse dying, that kind of got me a little bit. Like I really like Jesse. I felt really connected to him, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, like math and science, I did really good in school. Everything else had failed.
I felt like I could be Jesse.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I wanted to be Paul Walker, but the more I looked at it, I was like, I'm fucking Jesse. No.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I still say that all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. That
I think,
shit.
Personally, when I was too young to have the feels in a movie like that, for the Jesse death to get me, I thought it was definitely like a punch to the gut. I was like, oh dang,
yeah,
why'd they have to smoke him out of everybody?
Right.
You know, having been a little older with Paul Walker actually passing, and then that character, they're not killing him off, but sending him away in a nice, awesome way.
Yeah.
That got me hard. I'm sure there was like, moments when like Letty came back.
Han definitely got me too.
A little bit of a situation. You're like, no, not Han. No.
Yeah, we only had like one movie with him. Not even a full movie. It was like 75%, but like, that got me a little bit.
Yeah, and like he was the cool character of that entire movie. Like he had all the vibes. Yeah. I am definitely interested to see what they do in this last one. I'm assuming it's the last one. I hope it's the last one. I do not want the Fast and Furious franchise to become Land Before Time, where there is no end.
I honestly wouldn't mind like multiple Fast and Furious franchise spin-offs or like shit like that.
Yeah. Good spin-offs.
Good spin-offs. They tried. God. I didn't mind Hobbs and Shaw. I didn't mind it. It definitely was not
as a standalone.
Yeah, it was not in any capacity their characters in the Fast. Like they were completely different characters than what was
it
in
was
the
their
Fast.
arc.
Yeah, like that made no fucking sense to me at all. Oh, we're gonna die. That shit made no sense to me at all. But like, if they could do, like, I honestly think they could reboot Fast and Furious so well.
Yeah.
Having Dom and Brian's kids meet.
Yes, I think that call back to our original idea.
Yeah.
100%. If they don't do this, and let's say they do close it, they're like, all right, F&F franchise, Fast franchise is done here. I say we still try to make the comeback where Brian and Dom's kids meet.
Yeah.
And it's like completely opposite, where Dom's kid becomes a cop and Brian's kid becomes a freaking rebel. And they meet up in the funniest way. It cannot be a remake. It has to be its own way they come into each other's path.
It's a continuation of the original.
And maybe there's some Easter eggs though.
100%.
Right? Like one of the ways that they could meet is Dom's kid could go to the sandwich place for his lunch break as a cop and be like, oh, my dad used to own this place. And maybe it's Brian's kid who works there.
Yeah.
Because he was so connected.
Yeah. I mean, they can even use some of the same elements of like Dom's kid being undercover, going to an underground street race, and Brian's kid happening to be there, right?
Yeah.
Or, you know, something in the realm where basically they just have to meet in a certain way, and then they start building this relationship that they don't even understand themselves why they have that connection. They just have a connection because for whatever reason, Brian and Dom, I almost said Brian and Dom.
You know, they're in a relationship, I guess.
They and like the whole family has kind of gotten estranged, and they all kind of went their own ways, either to be in hiding, or you know they're just done. Because that's what they did after the fifth movie, and a lot of times they're like in different parts of the world, and they just call each other up when they're like kind of in a position.
Yeah.
Which really begs the question, like, are they good family? Like, or are they just like people that are like, hey, I'm up, like, hey, come help me. And it's like, why do you always call me when you're in trouble? Why don't you ever call me just to hang out? What the hell?
Yeah, what happened to the good old days where I could play my guitar in your living room and then you yell at me?
And take my beer and give it to some dude. Like, what the hell? But maybe in that type of sphere, like Brian and Dom's children start to rebuild their family, like their own family, or build a family.
They buy Harry's shop together. Dom shows him that he shouldn't be a rebel. They should just be partners. Family.
And then like have like 10 movies or 11 movies where Vin Diesel is in none of them. And at the very end, like a post-credit scene, both of them show up and Brian and Dom are in like a nursing home. and like they're trying to race each other on like a fucking virtual reality thing.
Virtual reality, or their wheelchairs getting pushed. Like,
Still a buster.
I almost had you.
What? You never had me. You never had your wheelchair.
This is ridiculous.
Just saying that could potentially work and be fucking awesome.
Never had your wheelchair.
Never had me. Just turn.
Ask anyone in this
flashback, and it's Ryan turning on the fucking like.
He's turning on oxygen.
And he's turning on oxygen.
Turning it off on oxygen.
Or he's fucking wheeling. Like, he's got that extra speed.
Too soon, Junior.
Too soon, Junior.
That's it. Thanks for watching. If you're new, join the crew. By subscribing to the channel, you'll be entered to win our first, I guess technically I have to call it a raffle. We're still workshopping what to call it because there's some blurry lines on what a giveaway is. But all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel and you will be entered for any future raffles. First, we'll be giving a set of Icon wrenches from Harbor Freight, as well as Daytona Jack and jack stands. And we're gonna pick a winner once we hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I've thought about spinning up a separate one on TikTok, but I haven't crossed that bridge yet. You can also find us on TikTok at Prjct.Garage, as well as Instagram, same handle, but most of our content lives here on YouTube. And then you can obviously find us on all the major platforms for podcasting, wherever you listen to those. And if you're not new, you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the ways that help grow the crew. Wow. And until the next one, I'll see you later, crew.
I think I got a vendetta.
Things are about to change, and I definitely don't want to speak too soon, but there's some big things on the horizon, and I can't wait for them to come to fruition. I'm scared that they won't, but I'm pretty excited that they will. And we have many opportunities that are looking pretty big. One involves a pro drifter. Another involves a master fabricator. I mean, I even reached out to Bucky freaking Lassick because he had an awesome podcast on the New Throttle podcast. And I was like, I didn't realize he's a rally car driver. I think I maybe heard it a while ago and didn't really register it, but he was like my childhood skateboard hero. Like Tony Hawk was cool, but I don't know why. Bucky Lassick, I had his clear helmet. I loved it. Anyways, big things coming. And yeah, good time to become a subscriber. Let me tell you that.
Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get let up. They get not tired of me never.